You know, usually I start off these videos with something vaguely philosophical, but when it comes to Elliott's first career win, there was nothing philosophical about it. It was just destiny. Folks, ladies and gentle cards, my name is Farkle8000, and welcome back to a deep dive into how a competitor got their first career win. And today, we're going to be looking at Elliott's first career win, which happened this year in the April competition. And Elliott came into the season with a lot of pressure. He is the younger brother to diecast competition series champion Splitter. Splitter has, I believe, 4 career wins and a championship as well. And so it was on Elliott to perform. I mean, if you go back and watch the All-Star New Year's Tournament when introducing Splitter and the track, I said, watch out for Splitter because this is the track that was used in late 2020, the same track that Splitter ran on to win the championship. And so when Elliott came in, we expected him to do really, really well. We expected Splitter to do a lot better, but Elliott we expected to do well. And after getting his 3rd career win in the September competition in crazy, unexpected fashion, I thought it would be a good idea to go back and take a look, finally, at Elliott's first career win in the April competition. So before we get into the deep dive analysis here of race number 1 in round 1 for Elliott, I believe it is important to remind you that there is original audio to all of the footage you will be watching in this video. However, I will not be playing it. I will be watching it with you, and I will be giving my reactions to this race. It's been a while since I've seen them, and we're going to see how Elliott gets his first career win. If I will be listening to the audio before doing these voice recordings, so if I notice anything, especially when it comes to round 3, that's a fun one, then I am going to let you know, and we'll go from there. But if you want to hear the original audio, go to my channel and check it out. It is the April competition, the second half of round 1, and then the final rounds. He did not compete in the first half of round 1, and back then we had only 4 rounds, and so we combined rounds 2, 3, and 4. But now with that important thing out of the way, let's get into it. So race 1, round 1, we have Custom, Elliott, of course, in lane 2, Otto and Budweiser, and something I did in, I believe, comics video, I'd like to take a look at where these guys currently are in points. So Custom is currently the lowest in 107th. Elliott, of course, is 17th. Otto, not too far behind him in 20th. And then Budweiser is 70th in points. So a very wide range of speed in this one. Elliott, though, is the best of them in points. So take with that as you will. And so Elliott starts with the lead. Otto bounces into Budweiser, and it's a rookie drag race, and Elliott just kind of pulled away right there. It looked like Custom had it until what we now know as the finish line bounce. But, you know, in this one, obviously, there is no bounce, but there is a bit of a hump right there, and you can see Custom's nose wobble a little bit. I think he was closing. Oh, he also hit the wall right there. So, yeah, Elliott kind of had that one before the finish line bounce. But Elliott grabbed the win in a rookie 1-2 finish. And then Otto, the worst finisher of this race. That's crazy. But Elliott got the race right there. He was basically the fastest in this one, and as the season's gone on, we know that's true. Moving on to round number 2, which is just in the April competition final rounds video, because we only had 4 rounds, and so we combined rounds 2, 3, and 4 into 1. Elliott right here, this time in lane number 1, he is 17th in points. GM is 15th in points. Future, not far behind in 21st. And Motosaurus, not far behind Future in 31st. So this is a stacked race as things have gone on this year. And, I thought Motosaurus was having a much worse season than he actually is. I thought he was like 80th in points. Maybe he was early in the season, but clearly coming on strong at the end and doing pretty well right here. Everyone in this race, pretty good. GM in the conversation for the top 10, was even in the top 10 earlier this season. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy of just how competitive this race is. And Elliott gets the win. So, let's take a look at how he does it. So, again, he's kind of with the lead. GM flipped. And then it was a drag race from there, and Elliott took it pretty easily. And GM did not finish, unfortunately. It was a very, very even start in this one. It was a little jagged at the very, very start. But then through that transition, a lot happens through this transition. GM flips, Future gets on the side of the track, and then Motosaurus was wobbling a lot. And for Elliott, it looks like he's just clean and green. A slight bounce. But he was basically just clean and green and got the victory as GM DNF. This was before DNF points. And so GM getting very, very lucky right there. But yeah, Elliott got the win ahead of Future. Elliott winning both of his first round races, or not first round races, but winning round 1 and round 2 races pretty handily, as his either competitors made a mistake, or he was just flat out fast, or what actually happened is it's a little bit of a combination of both. And so Elliott, pretty good right here in round 2, as his competitors made some mistakes. He just drove on through, advanced to the next round. Now on to round 3. So, just before round 3, I liked to give my picks on who I thought the final 4 would be. I now still do that, but I do it at the end of round 4 to find out who the top 2 will be. To note, for Elliott right here, he was in the 4th and final race, so in arguably the most competitive race of the competition, or of this round. And I didn't even mention Elliott, or maybe I did. I didn't listen to it very closely, but I really don't think I mentioned much of Elliott. Instead, I picked 3 to advance to the next round. And I understand why I did that. I did really like 3 speed in this one, and I went out on a limb. It was a complete, this is something I want to happen, so I'm basically going to try and will it into existence. If it wasn't going to be 3, I said it was going to be Demon, and it was not going to be Diablo. That's what I said. And then obviously Elliott won this race. Looking back at the races, how did I not pick Elliott? Or how did I not even consider him here? Because, he won all of those races really, really handily. And, I know I made the picks before watching the slow motion stuff, but, if there's a big lead and a big win, I can see that in real time, too. So, I don't understand. I don't know why I didn't pick Elliott in the moment. If only I could go back and dissect my mind to find out what on earth I was thinking. But here we go. Round number 3 race. We have 3, who is quite fittingly 33rd in points. We have Elliott, who of course is 17th. we have Demon, who is second in points, and Diablo is 8th. So, a very, very strong and stacked race once again. A little bit stronger than the last one, Demon's fighting for a championship. Diablo has a win and is trying to get into the top 10 for the All-Star New Year's tournament for next season. And so this is a very, very strong race. Let's see how Elliott gets it done. And so Diablo starts with the lead, wobbling. Elliott got on the side of the track, and it was 3 wide, just barely got the victory. Ahead of Demon, I thought it was Diablo. Live me probably, or voiceover me probably said that as well. Let's dissect this transition. Diablo bounced. Really, that transition was not very kind to him. Elliott got on the side of the everyone really bounced through this transition. 3 was the cleanest, and I think she finished last, which is very unfortunate. But, wow. So, really, everyone made a mistake right there, and it was just pure speed going for it at the end there instead, which it came out to be Elliott, which is quite impressive right there. There's really not much else to say. Everyone made a mistake. Elliott got on the side of the track. Diablo had a big lead, but he bounced, and then Demon bounced as well. 3 was the cleanest, but she didn't carry the speed. And so Elliott got the win and advanced to the next round, where he faced... Oh, that is a very, very strong top 4. Round number 4, and Elliott is going up against Rifle, who is 116th in points. Blitz is 16th in points. Roadster is 3rd and in the conversation for a championship, and Elliott is, of course, 17th. So, no offense, but aside from Rifle, a very, very strong top 4. And Elliott gets it done in 2 races. Because we started the season, most of the first half of the season, aside from June, I believe, June and July, went only 2 races. Pretty good one right here. 3rd in points for Roadster. Only minus 46 from the points leader. And already had a win this year. Had already won the February competition, obviously. This is the April competition. But Roadster, in that February competition, I keep thinking that Roadster came out of the middle of nowhere. But as the year has gone on, Roadster clearly didn't come out of the middle of nowhere to win that competition. And he's been really, really strong ever since. I'm very curious to know how Elliott wins this one. A very underdog winner, it appears, when he maybe shouldn't have won. Maybe Elliott often wins. That's 2 of his 3 wins this year. But, yeah, let's get into race 1 of round 4. See how Elliott does it. And a very even start. Maybe a slight lead. Bouncing, and Elliott slightly coming to the line. And he just kind of drove away through that transition. It didn't look like anyone really made that massive mistake. Maybe does Roadster hit the wall? Oh, Roadster's very, very wobbly coming off of that transition. Take a look at this. Coming through the transition and side to side to side to side. Finally straightens up, but it's too late and Elliott's crossing the line. So a mistake there from Roadster. Elliott stayed nice and straight, and Roadster just kind of kept wobbling, almost lost second as well, as Blitz nearly took that position away from him. So, yeah, race number 1, a combination of speed and good fortune, as Roadster, currently 3rd in points, wobbled big. So let's move on to the second race now. We have swapped lanes, of course. Elliott now lane 1, Rifle now lane 2, Blitz lane 3, and Roadster now lane 4. And let's see how Elliott caps this one off. So it's Elliott again with the lead. a blitz way in the air, and it's very tight as they cross the line. Everyone actually finishes the race. Blitz way in the air, just completely took herself out of contention. But this time, absolutely no mistake was made from either competitor, and Elliott just barely got the victory. It looked like it was just raw speed for Elliott right here. I mean, looking at it again through the transition, I mean, it looked like maybe Roadster wobbled a little bit. Like right there, maybe? I don't know. I can't tell. I mean, either Roadster made a mistake or just wobbled a little bit, or I don't really know. But either way, Elliott won the race and won the competition as well, back to back. And so Elliott now is a competition winner. And that is your deep dive analysis. Not too deep in those last couple of races. Those last couple of races, it seemed like, really came down to his other competitors. In order to win a competition in the diecast competition series, you've got to be clean. You cannot be making these major mistakes. You cannot take yourself out of it. Let everyone else take themselves out of it. And that's essentially what Elliott did the entire competition. The first competition, he was clean. His custom hit the wall. He drove straight on through to win the race. The second race, he stayed clean. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden forgetting the second race. I literally just went through it. But, his competitors made the mistakes. And in that last race, everyone made a mistake. It was just pure speed. And in the final round, it was Roadster wobbling off the transition in both races. And so now Elliott's a first-time competition winner, which is absolutely incredible. Very, very exciting. And that's it. A video that is long, long overdue right here for Elliott's first career win. Should have happened after June, but I needed to get into Racing Land as soon as possible, and, well, we see where that has put us. We are very far behind schedule still. The next competition will not actually be the October competition. There's been a slight change in the schedule. The next competition will be the next competition will be the Halloween competition. We're trying to get that one as close to the date as possible. So, hopefully we can get that out. We can hopefully get that recorded and released as soon as possible. Elliott will be looking to go back-to-back in that one. Literally not sure if he does or not. The competition has not begun recording yet. And that'll do it. Elliott's first career win came out of a combination of luck and speed. And that's kind of what you want with these races. You want luck, you want speed. And Elliott, the younger brother of Splitter, lived up to his hype. He got his first career win. He's currently sitting at 3 on the season. The winningest competition competitor this year at 3. And that'll do it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, enjoyed taking a trip down memory lane, and taking a trip down just kind of analysis lane too, I suppose, with Elliott. Comics first career win video. That one got a ridiculous amount of views. Hope you all enjoyed this one as much as that race as well. We'll be back later, as I said, for the Halloween competition. If you don't want to miss it, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, my name is Farkle8000, and we'll see you later.